Something huge is happening right now across India. It's one of the most incredible financial transformations in history, and it's unfolding right before our eyes. This is a story about money, sure, but it's really about a massive shift in how a whole generation sees its future.
Okay, so let's really break this down. On the left, picture this, 1995. This was our parents' generation, right? Their go-to for financial security was the good old fixed deposit passbook. The whole game was about buying safety. You'd lock your money away and it would grow, slowly but surely. Now, jump to the right, 2025. That's us. The tool isn't a passbook, it's a smartphone. And the goal? It's not safety anymore. It's about buying ownership through SIPs and stocks. Going from safety to ownership in just 30 years, that is an absolutely mind-blowing shift.
And that brings us to the big question, the one at the heart of all this. What on earth happened? What sparked such a massive financial revolution in just a single generation? Well, the answer isn't just in the economy. It's in our heads. It's a fundamental change in thinking. We're calling it the Great Indian Mindset Shift, moving from simply saving to actively building.
And this quote just nails it. It's not a chart, it's a mindset shift. This isn't just about spreadsheets and stock tickers. No, this goes way deeper. We're talking about a profound cultural change in the national psyche.
And wow, this image just perfectly captures that shift, doesn't it? The old way was the bank vault, keeping your cash locked up, safe and sound. But the new way? It's the rocket bursting out of there. It's about that decision to stop just saving money and to start actively building wealth. It means the Nifty, India's stock market index, isn't just a number on a screen anymore. It's become the very pulse of a nation on the move.
Okay, so the mindset has clearly shifted. But who's actually driving this change? Let's take a look at the new faces of Indian investment. For the longest time, investing felt like this exclusive club for the big players on Mumbai's Dalal Street. But just look at this map. The action isn't just in the megacities. We're seeing explosive growth in Tier 2 cities, places like Lucknow, Indore, and Patna. This revolution isn't coming from one central point. It's happening everywhere.
And it's being driven by this incredibly diverse new wave of people. We're talking about the clerk in Bihar, who's methodically putting in just 500 rupees a month. It's the techie in Bangalore, who's smartly managing their employee stock options, their ESOPs. And maybe most critical of all, it's the student, who's not waiting for some fancy degree, but is learning the ropes of investing right now on YouTube. These aren't just statistics. They're the real people writing this news story.
So what happens when you take all these individual stories and you multiply them by millions? Well, something pretty incredible. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture, a nation of investors.
Right. So what does happen when millions of these individual journeys, the clerk, the techie, the student, all start moving in the same direction?
You get this. And honestly, what a perfect metaphor, right? The bull, which always symbolizes a rising market, literally riding a rocket. This visualizes that personal journey, the one from being a saver
to becoming an investor. And here's the magic. When that happens on a huge scale, the journey of one person becomes the journey of the entire nation.
And this whole phenomenon, it actually has a name. The greatest wealth transfer in history. Now, this isn't about rich parents passing down fortunes. Not at all. It's a massive societal shift, where the way we create wealth moves away from those old, slow and steady assets like FDs, and into dynamic, ownership-based investments like stocks and mutual funds. And it's happening on a national scale.
Okay, but this isn't just some big, abstract economic trend you watch on the news. This is about you. So let's bring it home. Where do you fit into this story?
It really all boils down to one simple but pretty profound question you can ask yourself. Are you a saver or are you an investor? Is your main financial goal just safety, or are you focused on building real ownership?
Because the bottom line is this. Whether we realize it or not, the new story of India is being written as we speak. This huge shift from saving to owning is defining the entire country's economic future. So the only question I want to leave you with is, what's your chapter going to look like?